For our practice today, we're going to be moving into some hip opening and like some bind work with the opportunity to like explore a bird of paradise if that's interesting, and then just a couple other places where we can create this opening through the chest and shoulder. And then in terms of a heart space intention, considering what parts of ourselves are maybe asking for reconnection or reevaluation, and giving ourselves the gift of space to really reconnect to any part of ourselves that is reaching out, and any part of ourself that is maybe craving evaluation and introspection, and prioritizing that, right? Because those deeper layers that have maybe been neglected or set aside or avoided even, that impacts everything. So if there's a part of ourselves that we haven't tended to, that will trickle out into the moments of our day and our experiences, our relationships, our connections, and how we move about the world. And so using our practice as a space of reflection, reconnection, and reconsideration. But let's start in either seated meditation or child's pose, whichever one feels most grounding for you this morning. Yeah. Then once you start to settle into your shape, just taking a moment to sink and settle into the support beneath you. Allowing a sense of grounding to wash over your entire body. As you take a deep inhale in through your nose, filling your lungs all the way to the top. And then as you're ready, open mouth, exhale, release that breath away. So offering two more to clear and create space for your practice. And inhale to fill up. Your in-breath arriving you to this moment, to the present. And then open mouth, exhale to release. Clearing your mind and setting aside anything outside of this moment. Just one more breath like that, and inhale when you're ready, full and expansive. And then cleansing, open mouth, exhale, release. And then as you seal your lips, take a slow and steady inhale through your nose. Maintaining the seal of your lips, slow, steady exhale through your nose. And once more like that, Ujjayi Pranayam, breath in through your nose. And through your nose, a mindful and intentional exhale. So you take a few more cycles of breath like this on your own. Noticing the quality and cadence of your breath. The experience of sensation within your body. And also the inner landscape of your heart and mind. The energetic and emotional environment that is present with you in this moment. Just noticing, checking in, becoming aware of. And then as you continue with this investigation and continue to deepen your breath, we're going to start to make our way into a tabletop pose. So no rush to get there, but as you're ready, finding tabletop. And you'll bring your shoulders to stack over your wrists. Hips stack right above your knees, and then just make sure your fingers are spread wide across the earth. We'll start with an inhale to our cow pose. Begin to lift your heart, lift your tailbone up tall. And then on your exhale, press and curl to find your cat pose, rounding the back of your heart up high, big push away at the earth. So you come back to neutral through the spine, so neutral tabletop. Use an inhale to twist your right hand high, preparing for thread the needle. Then as you exhale, dive your right arm underneath you. Bring the right side of your face to the earth, the shoulders out of ears. Move your hips a little side to side as you root down through the back of your right arm. And then you have options here. Your left hand can stay where it's at. You could reach your left hand out in front of you, or maybe finding that half bind, begin to reach your left hand towards your right hip crease. Spreading your collarbones across your chest. Left elbow reaches towards the wall behind you, the right side of the room. And take one breath in and one breath out. Bring your left hand to frame your face again. And then as you push the earth away, deep in breath to unwind, reach your right hand to the sky. And exhaling to return to your tabletop pose. Inhale, cow, lift your heart, lift your tailbone. And then follow your exhale to find your cat pose, press and round. Bring back to neutral, root through your right hand, deep in breath to twist open to the left hand stretches high to the sky. And exhale to dive into your thread the needle, left arm underneath you. Just like before, find a sway of your hips. And once your hips are square, decide where you want your right arm in space. Think about sliding your shoulder blades out of your ears, shoulders out of your ears. Then send one deep breath to the back of your body. Just one slow exhale out. Start to bring your right hand to frame your face. As you press to your right hand, deep breath in, left hand unwinds to the ceiling. And exhaling to return to tabletop pose one more time, inhaling to your cow. Scoop your heart and tailbone up to the ceiling, really pull your chest forward. As you exhale to your cat pose, actively tuck through your tailbone and your chin, shoulder blades spread wide. And then we'll start to come back to neutral one more time. Take an inhale. And your exhale, just start to pull your navel up and in. We're going to do a little bit of hip opening work here. We'll start with the left side. So keeping your core super strong, you're going to start to send your left foot up to the ceiling into like a little donkey kick motion. The height of your leg is less important. Think about finding engagement through your core and your left glute. And then moving from the strength of your left glute, really slowly use your entire breath in to draw one giant circle, left knee towards your left shoulder. And exhaling back to where it started into that donkey kick. And then we'll reverse that circle, breath in, draw your left knee towards your belly, out to the left, and then back into that donkey kick position. Now keeping your left knee bent at about a 90-degree angle, bring your left knee to hover next to your right. On your in-breath, you're going to send your left knee directly out to the side, like a dog at a fire hydrant. Your exhale, release your left knee back towards a hover. As you do this twice more, try to keep leaning to the left. Keep your right hip stacked over your right knee. Inhale, left knee to the left. Squeeze. And exhale to release. And one more time, inhale, left knee to the left. Really opening, squeezing through your outer glute. Then exhale, release your left knee all the way down to the ground. We'll do the same thing for second side. So starting with that donkey kick action. Again, height of the leg, less important. Really zip up through your low belly. Feel your right glute fire on. Slow breath in. Draw a big circle forward through your right knee, as if you could touch your right knee to your right shoulder. And exhale, take it back to that donkey kick. Then reversing the direction of that circle, draw your right knee towards your belly. Out to the side. And up and back. And then bring your right knee towards a hover next to your left, keeping your right knee bent. Big inhale, take it to the right, squeeze. Lean your energy into your right hand. Keep hugging your left hip to the right side of the room. And exhale to a hover. And twice more. We inhale, right knee to the right, squeeze. And exhale to hover. Last time here, breath in, find that fire hydrant shape. And then release into your tabletop. Take your hips a little side to side. Good, and then when you're ready, go ahead and tuck your toes and start to press back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath or two here just to find a slow pedal through your feet. Pushing the earth away and finding ease through your neck, relax through your head. Then from your down dog, wandering to the top of your yoga mat into your forward fold. Soften your knees, relax your belly towards your thighs. And feel the weight of your head and the lift of your tailbone working together to strengthen and stretch the backs of your legs. So your hamstrings are strong, but they're also moving towards extension. Head is relaxed, tailbone is lifting. We'll inhale to a halfway lift, start to extend out through the crown of your head. Feel your core light up as your spine lengthens. And then exhale, forward fold, release. Bring your left hand to the earth beneath your face, or maybe to a yoga block. Finding a twist open to the right, start to bend your left knee really generously. As you start to extend your right leg, twist your right hand to the sky. An option to stay right here, or maybe finding that half bind again. Right hand goes to your left hip, or maybe even your left hip crease. Twisting your sternum to the ceiling, take an inhale. As you exhale, forward fold, soften both of your knees, dive through center. Bending second side, or right hand goes to the earth or your yoga block. Bend into your right knee and begin to peel open to the left. Left leg goes long, left hand reaches high. Again, you can stay right here, finding any depth of a half bind, taking your left hand towards your low back, your right hip, or your right hip crease. Then really rotate your chest open to the ceiling. Feel your left hip pulling back. Take a breath in. On exhale, forward fold. Bend both of your knees as you fold forward. We'll rise all the way to stand with an inhale. Urdhva Hastasana, big circle sweep as you reach to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Option to close down your eyes. Take a deep inhale in. And open mouth, exhale out. And inhale, reach tall again, Urdhva Hastasana. On your exhale, soften your knees and hinge forward to your forward fold. We'll breathe in to lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, find extension. And then exhale to your high plank, plant your hands and step your feet back. And once you find your high plank, getting strong for a full cycle of breath. Using your exhale, draw navel tighter to your spine. Then try to maintain all of that engagement through your front ribs, your core, your thighs as you inhale to shift forward. And then exhale into your belly, draw your shoulders out of your ears as you lower all the way down. Untuck your toes, find your low cobra with a breath in, begin to peel your heart up. And on breath out, go ahead and release forehead to the earth. We'll inhale to our low cobra, our option for your high cobra. To be maintaining that bend in your elbows, really activate through your spine. Heavy through your thighs, and exhale to release. Our third and final round here is any cobra or upward facing dog. As you inhale, option to press length through your arms and float your thighs for upward facing dog. Collarbones spread wide, squeeze your shoulder blades gently towards each other. And then downward facing dog, pike your hips up and back. And take a deep inhale through your nose. Then open mouth, exhale, let it go. From your down dog, you're gonna walk your feet a little bit closer to your hands and then as wide as your yoga mat. And you can bend your knees, you can have your heels lifted, that's fine. Shifting your weight up and back, push through your hands. Your right hand's going to grab your left ankle. Bend at your right elbow and pull yourself underneath into a twist. So you peek underneath your left armpit, relax your head. Really push your hips up and back. And we'll switch sides. Right hand reaches forward. Left hand's gonna reach across to catch your right ankle. As you bend through your left elbow, twist underneath your right arm. Release and relax your head. Push the earth away. Take one breath in. Then exhale, left hand releases. Return to your downward facing dog. With a big breath in, lift your heels high. As you exhale, pushing the earth away, cat spine forward to your high plank. So push and curl, zipping up through your front line as you arrive. In your high plank, take an inhale. And exhale, we're gonna bring right knee to our left tricep. So right knee crosses underneath towards your left tricep. Inhale your right knee towards your right shoulder. Stay as you exhale. Three-legged dog, breathe your right leg up and back. And then bend your knee and open your hip. Draw one slow, intentional hip circle in each direction, moving from the strength of your right glute. And then we'll meet in our lizard lunge. Take a big step forward, right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee to the earth. And then take a deep breath as you reach your right hand forward. Using your exhale, twist your right hand back in space. If you'd like to add in your quad stretch, bend your left heel to your seat. If it's available, you might catch your left foot with your right hand. Then find that twist open of your chest again. Really roll your left ribs up towards the sky as your right shoulder leans back. And offer one more breath into your hips here. And on exhale, we'll return right hand to the inside of your right foot. You can also grab your yoga blocks for this. We're going to shift into a wide half split. So right foot stays wide. And start to shift your hips back in space. So be walking your hands and or your yoga blocks back. And as you find extensions of your right leg, flex your toes to your face. Pull your chest forward, trying to lengthen out your spine. And take one breath here. And you have the option to stay right here. Our second option is right hand's gonna stay on the inside of your right foot. Your left foot is going to start to rotate towards the right side of the room. Opening up to the left, maybe reach your left hand high. An option to find a half bind, reaching your left hand towards your right hip crease or to your low back. Flex your right toes, take one more breath in. And then an exhale, we'll release through our traditional half split. And bend into your front knee. As you plant your palms lifted, lizard lunge, tuck your back toes and lift your back knee off the ground. High plank pose, right foot's going to meet your left. Take a breath in. And exhale, left knee, right tricep twist underneath yourself. Inhale, left knee towards your left shoulder. Stay as you exhale. Three-legged dog, reach your left leg high. As you bend your knee and open your hip, take one circle in each direction. And then start to step into your lizard lunge. Left foot goes slowly forward and wide. Release your right knee down, taking a breath in. Extend your left hand forward first. Then exhale, backstroke your left hand into your twist. And then decide if you want to stay here or if the quad stretch is interesting to you. Be closing down your eyes, just notice the sensation. And take one slow, expansive inhale. One slow, steady exhale. From here, we're headed to that wide half split. So left hand to the inside of your left foot. Begin to shift your hips back in space as you find extension through your left leg. Then your hands can move. You can also grab your blocks here. Flex your left toes towards you. Think about an anchoring through your left heel. And as you anchor your left heel down and drag it back, think about sending your heart a little bit further forward. Now this might be where you stay. Otherwise, twisting open to the right, you can kickstand your right foot. Then roll your heart open, right hand to the sky. Perhaps half bind brings your right hand to your left hip crease. Navel pulls in as you twist, take one breath. And starting to release, unwind forward. We'll come out the way we came in, so start to bend into your front knee. Plant through your palms. Back toes tuck, back knee lifts. You're in your lizard lunge. And step into your high plank. Left foot steps to join your right. With a deep in-breath, shift forward. As you exhale, chaturanga your way. Knees can be up or down. Lower slow and strong halfway or to your belly. Deep inhale to find your up dog or your cobra. And then from your core, exhale to downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. A big breath in. And exhale to release. With an inhale, spike your heels high. Just like we did before, exhale, press and roll forward to your high plank. As you unfurl to your high plank, take a big breath in. Right knee to your left tricep, breath out, just like before. Right knee, right shoulder as you inhale. Holding navel to spine as your exhale. Three-legged dog, reach your right leg up. And then step your right foot forward between your hands this time. Cow lunge, left knee's gonna hover, take a big breath in. And one time for your hamstring stretch, cat lunge, lengthen out your legs. As we bend into our front knee again, we're gonna move into a side angle pose. So left heel will pivot to the earth. Your right hand can be on the outside or the inside of your right foot as you twist open left hand at the sky. Other options are to bring a block underneath your right hand or your right elbow to your thigh if that's gonna feel a little bit more supportive. And whatever version of side angle you're in, think about encouraging your pelvis towards the wall that you're facing and your right knee wide to the wall behind you. Perhaps you find your half bind here. Really stretch your collarbones open, slide your left shoulder back to the wall that's behind your heart. Take one breath in and one breath out. We'll extend our side angle. Left hand's gonna reach up and overhead to the front of the room. And then circle sweep down into your wide-legged forward fold. All 10 toes to the long edge as you dive to the earth. Then inhale, lengthen halfway through your torso. And then as you exhale, bend into your left knee for a lateral lunge. So keeping all four corners of both feet rooted, left knee bends. Right hand's gonna go to the earth below your face. If you have a lot of space here, you could also bring your right forearm to the ground. Twist your left hand to the sky. Rotating towards your bent left knee, take a breath in. On exhale, we turn to the back of our yoga mat, low lunge to face the back. We're going to go all the way into our warrior two this time as your right heel pivots to the earth. Press through your feet and rise all the way up, Virabhadrasana 2. As you settle into your lunge, use an inhale to reverse your warrior, left hand sweeps up high. And then just following a slow and steady exhale, side angle, begin to swim forward, extend your right hand to the ceiling. Maybe twice more like this. As you breathe in, left hand sweeps up and back. Continue to find the openness through your left hip. And then exhale, side angle, right hand reaches high. Good, last round here. Inhale to reverse. With your exhale, side angle. Pausing in your side angle pose. Okay, reach your right hand overhead, your extended side angle. Once again, shoulders are out of ears. And then low lunge to the back of your yoga mat, all 10 toes turn. As you push into the earth, okay, go ahead and step into your high plank pose. Take an in breath. Chaturanga or downward facing dog, whatever reset you want for this moment. Once you make your way back into your downward facing dog, finding second side, we inhale to spike the heels high. Exhale, press and curl forward to your high plank, zipping up through your core as you shift into your hands. Hold for your inhale. Left knee, right tricep as you exhale. Left knee, left shoulder, take a big breath in. Strong through your right quad, navel to spine with breath out. Three-legged dog, your core lifts your left leg high as you inhale. And then slowly step your left foot forward between your hands with exhale. Deep side angle, right heel spins down to the earth. Begin to reach your right hand high. So again, feel free to bring your left hand to the inside of your foot, elbow to thigh if that feels better, or maybe you use a yoga block. Think about wrapping your left hip in particular underneath your torso as you press your left outer knee towards the wall behind your heart. So thinking about bringing your left thigh bone parallel to the long edges of your yoga mat. If you'd like to incorporate your half bind here, think elbow stretches back. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Take one more moment. As you start to unravel, we'll move through an extended side angle. Take a deep breath in as you reach your right hand overhead. Through your wide-legged forward fold, circle sweep to your center. We inhale to lengthen halfway. Exhale, bend into your right knee, leaning into your lateral lunge. And this is where you choose. Left hand can be on the earth as you twist your heart to the front of the room, right hand reaching high. Or you could also bring your left forearm to the ground. Stretch your sitting bones back, take an inhale. And we'll pivot to the front, low lunge to the front as we exhale. Framing your right foot just for a moment, Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2, rise all the way up. Settle in, find any adjustments through your feet, through your body. And then your next inhale sends you up into your reverse warrior, sweep your right hand high. Listening for your exhale, swim forward into any version of side angle. We'll take 2 more cycles. You're moving with your breath, finding the arm variations that feel true as you go, breathing in to reverse. And then exhale, side angle. So you take this last cycle through, can you really drive through your heels, feel your glutes activate, helping to open the fronts of your hips. We'll meet in our extended side angle, just like before, left hand sweeping all the way up and over as you take a breath. And then low lunge to the top of your yoga mat, square forward. Step into your high plank as you take an inhale. You decide, down dog or chaturanga with your exhale. When we arrive back in down dog, we'll take a deep breath in. And then open mouth, exhale, release. It's starting with the same beginning as we have been. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, roll forward. As you find your plank, take a breath in. Right knee, left tricep, breath out. Right knee, right shoulder as you inhale. Staying as you exhale. Three-legged dog, reach your right leg high. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. Cow lunge just for your breath in. Left knee sinks to hover. Draw your chest forward. On your exhale, root through your right foot. Standing splits. Opening your hips to the left. Then open hip standing splits. Squeeze that same outer glute energy that we were exploring in our tabletop at the very beginning. Maybe bend your left heel towards your right seat. If you want to, your right hand can reach to catch your left foot. Standing splits at a fire hydrant. One more inhale. As we exhale, bend both knees to find our chair pose. Sinking into your strong seat, take a breath in, lift through your heart, lift through your hands. And exhale, hands to heart center. And left foot's gonna stay on the earth. Begin to flamingo your right heel up and in. And then as you press through your left foot, fly into your airplane pose. As you expand into your airplane, maybe a shoulder shrug to open your collarbones, one big breath in. And exhale, we slowly and gently step to our high crescent lunge. With a breath in, reach your hands to the sky. And then breath out, warrior two, open up. Inhale to reverse your warrior, left hand sweeps to the ceiling. Exhale, side angle and pause. As you find our side angle, can we twist the heart open? Perhaps you start to find your half bind like we have been, so back with the right hand to your low back, or you're reaching towards your left hip crease. As you draw your front ribs in, can you stretch your collarbones across your heart? And then looking forward towards the front of your yoga mat. You can stay here. Your left hand can find the earth or a block. We're going to shift into this half bound, half moon. Leaning into your left foot, push the earth away. Begin to float your right leg into the air. Flex your right foot. As you rotate your right hip point, your right toes to the wall that you're facing, squeeze through your outer seat, and find a little press of your right heel to the wall that's behind your heart. If you want to release the half bind, you can always let go of the half bind. If you want to challenge your balance, looking at the earth, find a little bend through your left knee. As you push strong through your left leg, float your left hand away from your support. And from here, we'll slowly step back into our warrior two. And then reverse your triangle, lengthen out your left leg, sweep your left hand high, big breath in. And exhale, windmill down into your low lunge, bend into your left knee, squaring to the front of your yoga mat. Plant through your right palm and take a twist, left hand to the sky. Right, now here too, there's also an opportunity to find a half bind. Left hand goes behind you. If you're feeling really adventurous, pushing through your strong legs, your right hand's gonna go underneath your left leg. You can find a full bind as well. If you find that full bind, you're pulling your sternum towards the front of the room as you twist your heart and gaze up to the sky. Whatever twist you're in, go ahead and slowly start to release. And drop your back knee to the earth and find a half split. Lengthen through your left leg. Take one inhale and one exhale. As you rebend into your front knee, press into your hands, step back into your high plank. As your left foot meets your right, take a deep breath in, glide forward to your tippy toes. Exhale, chaturanga or downward facing dog. And as always, choosing the transition that feels right for the moment. We'll shift back into downward facing dog. Nice big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, clear the breath away. Heading into second side, inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, press and roll forward to your plank. Arriving in your plank, take a breath in. Left knee, right tricep, twist underneath yourself with exhale. Left knee to your left shoulder, breath in. Stay for your exhale out, squeezing through your glute and core. Three-legged dog, reach your left leg high. And then step your left foot forward in between your hands. Catching your breath, cow lunge, right knee sinks to hover. Invite your heart forward. And your exhale, lengthen both of your legs, hamstring stretch. Bend into your front knee. Gentle standing splits, right leg to the sky. Bending an open hip standing split today. So turning your hips towards the right side of the room. Feeling the strength of your outer glute. Maybe bend your knee as you open your hip. You might use your right hand as a kickstand, so you can reach your left hand towards your right foot, adding in a quad stretch to open the front of your right hip. Head as heavy as you take an inhale. We'll find our chair pose with an exhale. Slow step into your strong seat. Once your core and your lower body is engaged, take a breath to lift through your chest. Then right away, exhale, hands to heart center. And strong through your right foot. Begin to find the flamingo action of left heel to left seat. And then press to expand into your airplane pose. Taking your time, maybe a little micro bend remains in your right knee for stability. Core as strong as you inhale. Moving towards our high crescent lunge, our exhale places left toes to the earth. Deep breath in, stretch your fingertips to the sky. And then warrior two, peel open. We'll inhale to reverse our warrior, right hand sweeps up and back. Then exhale to find your side angle. Elbow to thigh, collarbone spread wide. Now as we move towards our half moon, again, you have the option for your half bind here. So left hand sweeping behind you. One thing that we want to be aware of when we do the half bind is that we're not flaring our rib cage open and dumping into our lumbar spine or low back. So front ribs stay knit, shoulders shrug open, core strong. And then looking down at the earth in front of your yoga mat, you can always stay right here. Or if you'd like to shift into this half bound half moon or your half moon, leaning forward into your right foot, big push away of the earth. Think about actively rotating your left hip point, your left knee to the wall that you're facing. Squeeze through your outer seat. And at the same time as you zip up through your front line, can you pull your left heel towards the wall that's behind your heart just a little bit? You're still flexing through your foot nice and strong. An option to find a balance challenge here. Starting to float your right hand away from your support. Feeling your core light up a little bit more. And you re-expand your collarbones across your chest. And then warrior two, soft and light landing as you step back. Reverse your triangle, releasing the front of your right hip, your entire right side body. Tilt up and back. Full breath in. And then we'll windmill down into our low lunge as you bend your right knee. You're going to spin onto your left toes so your hips are square. You might need to adjust your feet. Making sure your feet are hips distance, especially if you're going for that next bind. Left hand to the earth, twist your right hand to the sky. Now you can stay here. You can take your right hand towards your left hip. If you're going for the full bind, you're going to push the earth away. Left arm's going to go to the outside of your right thigh as if you're going to a prayer twist. And you catch underneath your pelvis. Take one breath here, lengthening through your spine, twisting through your torso. And then as you start to unravel, left knee is gonna lower to the earth. Lengthen through your right leg, Ardha Hanumanasana, your half split. Untuck your tailbone towards the ceiling a little bit. Take one deep breath in. And one slow exhale out. So you bend into your front knee this time. You're going to tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Step forward to a forward fold. Left foot meets your right. Bring your feet about hips distance apart. Bend your knees and hang heavy through your head. Just take your hips a little side to side first. Now we're going to revisit that similar twist that we did at the beginning, with the option to continue on towards your bird of paradise. So find a slight bend through both your knees. We're going to take our right hand to the earth below our face first. So you bend into your right knee, you're going to twist open to the left. Left hand reaches high. Now option to start to find your bind here, so you can find the half bind here. If you're going for the full bind, you're going to find a softness through both knees again after you've given your left hamstring a moment to lengthen. That'll be helpful for if you're going to bird of paradise. Bend both your knees. And in your torso fold, your left fingertips want to bypass your right hip crease. You're going to reach your right hand through your leg. And then you're catching the back of your right leg, or the outside of your right leg. So you are wrapped and bound around your right leg. This is trunk of Ganesh. This is a shape in itself. If you want to lengthen your legs and twist your heart towards the sky. If you're going towards your bird of paradise, keeping the bind around your right leg, you're going to bend your knees a lot. Rise onto your right tippy toes. Looking down at the earth in front of you as you lean into your strong left foot. Push through your left foot as you engage your belly and start to rise with your right leg. You can have a bend through your left knee as you get tall through your torso. If your flexibility or mobility allows your left leg to be long, you can also find extension there. Externally rotate your right hip open to the right side of the room. Collarbones go wide. If you want to fly the extension through your right leg, you can. So from the side, what this looks like. Bird of paradise, maybe you're extending your right leg. When you're ready to release out, bend into your right knee. Slowly bend through your standing leg. Bring it back down. And forward fold, let it go. Maybe take a ragdoll, pinkies to opposite elbow creases, hang and release. Okay, to find second side, we're going to start with a bend through our knees, left hand to the earth as we twist open to the right hand reaches high. You might start with an extended right leg here, so just like we did at the very beginning, maybe finding a half bind. And again, if you're going for the bird of paradise, instead of hooking your fingers into your hip crease, you're going to stay to your outer thigh. Now, to go to bird of paradise, bend both your knees a little bit, let your torso fall. Your left hand's going to reach between your thighs, and you're going to hook on the outside of your left thigh. So you're an internal rotation through your shoulders. For trunk of Ganesh, you stay here, maybe start to lengthen your legs and twist your heart open. For bird of paradise, you're going to bend, almost like you're going to Malasana. Come to your left tippy toes and really shift your center over your strong right leg. Keeping your gaze focused on the earth, engage your belly. So you press through your right foot, start to float your left leg up with you. Go really slow on the ascent. And you can have a pretty generous bend through your right knee and just work on opening your chest with a bent left leg. Other options are to start to find extension through one or both of your legs. Remember to open your left hip to the left. Think about the action of external rotation. So your left hip as if you were in a tree pose. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together, collarbones wide. When you're ready to exit, try to bend through both your knees really slow and controlled. And just place your left foot to the earth. We'll meet in our forward fold, maybe ragdoll. Taking a breath in. Maybe an open mouth exhale out. And from here, we'll inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen through your torso. As you exhale, bend through your knees and have a seat all the way down to the ground. So we'll start with a seated butterfly, then we're going to use our core to lower down. For your Baddha Konasana, bring the soles of your feet together. You choose how close or how far forward your feet are in relationship to your pelvis. When you're ready, take an inhale, grow really tall through your chest, proud through your heart. And exhale to draw yourself forward. You can use your hands to gently guide your heart forward. You can also walk your hands out in front of you. Maybe let your head fall heavy with the encouragement of gravity. And breathing along the length of your back body. Find 3 cycles of breath. After your 3rd breath, take your time, there's no rush, you'll rise up. Bending your knees, feet about as wide as your yoga mat, maybe a little bit wider. Take a few windshield wipers from side to side. And we'll start to find our way to the back body. So just making sure you have enough space to roll backwards. Knees are bent, feet are anchored into the earth. Reach your hands out in front of you, palms flipped up to the sky. Take an inhale. First exhale is just to light up your core. Navel pulls in, front ribs draw in. Keeping that engagement, breathe into the back of your heart. As you exhale, we're going to twist our left hand wide as we lean back. So left hand opens wide, lean back. Any amount, doesn't have to be big movement. And then inhale through center, left hand forward. Taking it to the right as you exhale, right hand goes wide, maybe tilt back a little bit. And inhale forward. This time exhale to your low bow. Use your core to lower your low back to the earth. As your low back arrives, floating through your legs, low boat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, twisting to the left, just send your left hand towards the back of the room. Then inhale, left hand forward. Exhale, right hand reaches back. Collarbones open to the right. Inhale, right hand forward. Exhale, knees to chest, release and relax. Take a moment here, finding any movement, maybe stirring circles with your knees. And then maintaining the bend through your knees, set up for your bridge pose, place your feet to the earth. Take an inhale. And with your exhale, anchor through your feet and begin to scoop your hips up towards the ceiling. And as you ground down to the 4 corners of your feet, think about using the contact between your feet and the earth as leverage to engage through your lower body and core. So we're going for engagement over height. The lift, the height of your hips might be a result of the extra engagement of your body, but that's not our priority. So thinking about how active, how energized you can get through your legs and your core. Maybe draw your shoulders away from your ears a little bit. Then take 3 more slow and steady breaths. After your 3rd breath, take your time to lower your hips down to the earth. And as your hips land to your yoga mat, rolling to your left side fetal pose. You're going to roll onto your left side body, left arm reaching towards the back of the room, knees come to stack. Option to rest here, or your right hand's going to reach to catch the right of your right foot, continuing to open your front right side. Collarbones wide, pull your heel in. And find 2 cycles of breath. Nothing fancy, we'll just release right foot. And then as you roll to your back body, bring your knees into your chest for a moment, lengthening through your low back. Maybe draw some circles with your knees. And we'll find our fetal pose, second side. So reaching your right arm overhead to the back of the room. Tip over to your right side, right ear to your right bicep. Left hand can reach down to catch your left foot to find your quadricep stretch. Think about a tuck and lengthening of your tailbone forward. And let your left shoulder slide back to open your chest. And breathe down into the sensation of your left hip. Using your breath to create extra space. You're ready to release. So return to the back body, knees to chest. And then find any version of happy baby. So catching the fronts of your knees, your ankles, or your feet. Think about pressing your thigh bones wide. So use your inner thigh strength to press your outer thighs to the width of the room. Getting nice and heavy through your hips, your shoulders, your head. Okay. Create some distance between your shoulders and your ears. And really root down. So think about pulling down with the strength of your arms to anchor your back body to your yoga mat as you take one more cycle of breath. Slowly and gently release your knees to your chest. And then sending your legs up to the sky. This will be our last shape before Shavasana. Okay. If you prefer your plow or your shoulder stand, feel free to go there, but also notice if you always kind of bypass this moment and always go straight into your plow or shoulder stand. Maybe today just giving yourself space to be in this legs up posture. Hands might find their way to your belly. Then allow your current breath to empty all the way out. And we'll inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll take 2 more breaths like that. Deep, deep inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last cycle, deep breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And take a deep inhale through your nose. Knees to chest as you open mouth, exhale, release. Maybe curl your forehead or your nose up to your knees, take an inhale. And then Shavasana, as you exhale, send your arms and your legs out long, really allowing yourself to take up space. You might slightly tuck your shoulder blades underneath the back of your heart, allowing openness at your chest. And invite your eyes to close. As you settle into these last few minutes of your practice. So you take a moment here just to reconnect back to body, breath, heart, mind in the present. Drawing your attention back to the current sensations and fluctuations of thought and feeling. And giving yourself time and space this week to reconnect to pieces of yourself that have maybe been set to the side, to reconsider and reevaluate, to emphasize introspection during this season when things can be a little bit swirly, be turbulent and busy. Making that time and holding boundary to that space that is for you, for turning inward. We'll bring one or both hands to the heart space to close our practice. Just pausing for a final moment of gratitude for this practice and for our bodies and for our breath that carry us through our yoga practice, but also through each moment of every day. Deep inhale through your nose, filling your lungs all the way to the top. And an open mouth exhale just to let that breath go. May yoga offer us a path to compassion, leading us to live more authentically and to love more deeply each and every day. Thanks so much for being here, and namaste.